After Jimmy Kimmel was briefly taken off the air for comments involving conservative activist Charlie Kirk's death, there's been a lot of discussion about First Amendment rights, particularly freedom of speech and freedom of the press. So the question is, what and who are protected under the constitutional right? On Good Day Seattle, we interviewed the chair and professor for the Department of Communication and Media at Seattle U.
I think it's interesting for folks to think about different types of media as actually having different protections. So you and I are sitting here today on broadcast media, and that's actually the one type of media that is more strictly regulated. In the past, this was largely because of spectrum scarcity or the pervasiveness of broadcast. And so unlike print or digital or even film or video games, which are largely self-regulated, the FCC does have some say in, for example, what kind of language we can use on broadcast television.
Last week, Attorney General Pam Bondi claimed that the First Amendment does not protect hate speech. We asked Caitlin her thoughts on that.
We are actually different than a lot of other, particularly Western democracies, in that we allow hate speech under the First Amendment. So unless speech crosses a line into an unprotected area, like true threats or fighting words or incitement, it's protected by the First Amendment. And so that's just flat out wrong. When you've got a government official kind of leveraging people's lack of knowledge around the weeds or the specificity of what First Amendment protection look like, it can be really dangerous, and I think opens the door for what we're seeing now, which is essentially a government abuse of power of basically trying to, whether it is threaten with FCC action or, you know, call folks the enemy or the press kind of the enemy of the state, whatever it is really dangerous.
To watch the full interview, we posted it on our website, fox13seattle.com.